Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine. I'm a registered provisional psychologist. Today I am going to talk to you about why you should get a pet or consider a pet for mental health benefits. And for most of today, I'm going to be talking a lot about dogs, but some of them apply to both cats and dogs. And I'm going to preface by stating that this video is made with all the privileges that come with being me living in Australia into this video, because I am able to have a pet, whereas, for example, when I go to the Philippines and visit my family in the Philippines, it's just not a possibility because they can obviously, poverty levels there are quite significant. Dogs there, a lot of them have rabies as well. So there's also limited fencing councils. So this is definitely saying this from my position of privilege. I do have a little dog. He will make a cameo, I'm sure, during this video because he loves to annoy mummy when she's busy. And he can just sense it and he comes over and annoys me. So you'll get to see that. I provide online support as well. This bracelet is really chunky. So I provide online support. You can make a booking using the link in the bio. And every week I provide mental health tips that obviously don't replace therapy, but they're great mental health tips for me to use that you can use to flourish. So please subscribe if this sort of thing is important to you. Okay, so number one reason to get a pet is simply because they reduce stress. They reduce stress and they reduce anxiety. Studies show that just simply the act of petting an animal can ease stress and reduce your blood pressure. And studies show that, like, if you even just watch fish swimming in an aquarium can reduce stress levels. And sitting there patting a dog can increase mindfulness and just put your mind at ease as well. Number two is pets provide companionship. People that experience loneliness can have their feelings of loneliness significantly reduced through owning a pet. So it provides companionship. Dogs are so loyal and so loving. They'll always love you, and it's really beneficial to have that type of love and affection from another being. Pets also fulfill the human need for touch. If you have physical contact with another person and even another being, so whether it's a dog or a cat, it can actually lower your stress levels. So we are social beings and we really do need to feel that warmth and that connection to another being. And having a pet is one way that you can fulfill that. Pets also provide you with a sense of purpose. By having to look after another being, by having to provide routine to another being, it gives you a sense of purpose, and this can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. So it's very important. Even with myself, like, it can be literally 10 degrees here, absolutely freezing cold. I just want to stay in bed, but I have to let my dog out and I have to take him for a walk. And it's horrible sometimes, like those cold winter mornings, but he just loves it so much, and that makes me happy, and it's a great way to start the day. It's sort of like going to the gym. Like, you don't really want to do it, but after you've gone, you feel amazing and you're like, oh, thank God I went. Same every morning. Like, I could hit snooze and spend another hour sleeping, but if anything, by doing that, I'm not really being accountable for my day. I'm not really being accountable for my routine. I'm also not being accountable for my sleeping patterns because I'm extending my sleep cycle unnecessarily just by getting an extra hour of sleep that I don't need. When I can get some exercise, I can feel purpose, I can take him out for a walk. It's just really important for your mental health. Pets also require routine and they require organization. So having to feed them, it sort of like makes you think, oh, okay, I've got to feed my pet, so I have to feed myself too. And you might be more inclined to look after yourself a little bit better because you're looking after your pet as well. The most important thing I find with having a pet though is when you're really when you've really hit rock bottom and things are going pretty bad for you, everything is an effort. It really can be hard to love yourself sometimes in those really tough, difficult times. A lot of us have never experienced that, but a lot of you do know what I'm talking about. And being able to extend love to another being is really important in the first step in being able to extend love to yourself again. So step one, you'll start to extend love, extend purpose, extend routine, extend care, extend affection to this other being. And in turn, they will show you all of the love. This is just reducing your anxiety, this is reducing your depression, lowering your blood pressure, giving you feel-good hormones as well. And it's unwavering love that you're getting in return. And that starts to become reciprocal, and then you start to do it within yourself as well. So you look at your dog lovingly and you'll start to look at yourself lovingly. You look at your cat lovingly and you'll start to look at yourself lovingly as well, particularly because they are looking at you so lovingly too. I really can't stress how much pets can help with mental health problems. Like, when mental health can become quite severe, we can tend to lock ourselves away from the world. But having an animal is that first step at reconnecting with the world again, and the first step at reconnecting with your life again and your love for yourself again. Also, pets force you to socialize. They force social activity, dogs mostly. Like I said with Freddie, I have to walk him every morning. I actually have to walk him every night as well. That's my choice though, because I just want to give him a good life. You don't have to walk a dog twice a day. Absolutely not. Particularly if you have a large yard too. But with pets, they increase your social interaction. So every time I go and take Freddie for a walk, he tries to attack people, or he tries to kiss up to people. It depends on his mood. He is a Chihuahua, so he is unpredictable. But there's not one morning or evening where I don't have some kind of a social interaction. I've made friends with people at the dog park because of having a dog. There's dog meetups that you can attend. And even just like simply going to the vet, you're going to be meeting the vet, other people in the waiting room. So pets really open your social circles for good and bad reasons. Now, another one that's specific to dogs and dog owners is that they improve your fitness. As I said, I have a small Chihuahua. He weighs 3.4 kilos, but I have to walk him twice a day. And I walk about maybe 8 kilometers a day. So I did try jogging with Freddie, but he has to smell and stop and sniff everything. So it was just a pain, but I can get him to jog with me. I also meet up with girlfriends, and instead of us going out and spending a fortune on brunches, we just go for a dog walk together. So it saves money too, better for the environment. Just make sure you pick up after your dog's poopies, and try and actually find, you can get, because those plastic bags that you get that you collect the poopy in, the feces actually gets I don't know what the words are, it combusts in there and releases methane or butane, I don't know. But it releases gases that are really bad for the environment, and it takes 7 years to break down in those bags. So do try and get biodegradable ones too, just as a separate little side tip. And also, pets don't actually cost all that much, particularly if you have a small dog. Freddie's food cost me about maybe $20 a month, but then you can run into other problems too that can end up costing a bit of money. So always make the best decision for yourself. But if you're considering, should I get a dog, should I not? Should I get a cat, should I not? Just know that they're just going to bring so much warmth and love and laughter to your life. And I am surprised, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll see that Freddie is always jumping into the video, being annoying, and he is sound asleep on the bed, so he's not making an appearance today, which is so ironic given that this video is all about pets. I would have loved to show you, so I'll just show you a little video of him. You can see, just see how annoying he is. I call him LL, his little liability. So anyway, I hope that gives you an idea of some of the benefits of of having a pet, but honestly, I think the biggest benefit is when you have gotten yourself into a really bad place. A pet is the first step at love again. So extending that love to another being, being responsible for that other being. Sometimes, like, if there's thoughts of suicide or anything like that, like, our pets can honestly be the reason that keep us on this planet. And for that simple reason, like, I can't explain the benefit of having a pet. They can really be your whole world. I love my dog so much, and everyone in my family fights over him because they all want to babysit him because he's just such a sweetheart. And I'm really thankful that I got him those 7, 8, 9 years ago. Who's counting? But I really hope that your pet journey is as wonderful as mine has been. And if you are in a place you're just not in the best place right now, even just consider maybe, like, if you have a friend with a pet, patting their, like, spending some time with their animal, dog walking, extra way to earn some money too. Make sure you're responsible about it, because you really do need to take care and responsibility for other people's animals. And don't rush off and get a pet from this if your house doesn't facilitate it, because just the thought of this video possibly meaning that another animal ends up in the pound is just heartbreaking. So please carefully evaluate whether getting a pet is the right long-term decision for you. And I will actually close and just let you know that I have a friend who works for the RSPCA, and he told me that when the dogs go into the RSPCA and are abandoned by their owners, after you see that once, you will never, ever put your dog in the pound, like give your dog up, because the distress for that poor animal, he just said it was heartbreaking. So just please keep that in mind. And it was to the point that he worked for the RSPCA, but he refused to get an animal until he knew that he could make a 20-year commitment to the animal, because literally, like, Chihuahuas live for 18 years. Most dogs live for about 12, 15 years. So this is not I'll just get it for a couple of years. This is almost as long as having a dependent child. And honestly, Freddie is such a handful. He's like a dependent child. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It was great to spend some time with you on a lighter topic. And if mental health tips is something that's important to you, please subscribe and have a great day.